Hey everyone, I was reminded to come back on camera and to discuss some of the things or some of the qualities that I'm experiencing with having long hair. I notice that whenever I step outside my house or even inside of my house, I already I already flow in discernment. I flow in prophetic gifts. God talks to me a lot through visions and in dreams. But I notice since my hair has gotten longer, I'm even more sensitive, and I pick up even more in the realm of the spirit. I've noticed that with the long hair. And God was dealing with me about that hair, and teaching me a little bit more about the hair, because there's not a lot of teaching talking about the hair being a part of your mantle that carries a lot of power with God. My whole entire body is anointed. So if you touch me, you're going to get healed. The power of God's just going to come out my body automatically, because I stay saturated with the power of God through fasting and prayer and spending time with God in the Word, in the Bible. If you look at me for long periods of times, if you look into my eyes, the power of God will rise up on the inside of me, come out through my pupils, and begin to heal people as they're sitting there looking at me. People tell me when they hear my voice, money comes to them. I used to have people just call me just because they just wanted to hear my voice. And every time they called me, God would bless them financially. And I had a husband and wife. They would just come by my house and just drop off money, because every time the wife spoke to me, God would bless the whole family with money, and they would just come give me 10% off of it. I had no idea any of this was going on until one day, the lady just told me. She was like, Lois, every time I talk to you, God blesses me with money. So my words are very anointed. The Spirit of God saturates my voice, but my hair, as it continues to grow and get longer, I noticed I am even the more sensitive in the realm of the spirit. I can like step outside, and as soon as I step outside, immediately I know what's going on with my surroundings, just because of that heightened awareness that's connected to my hair. Immediately I pick up on behaviors and attitudes of people in the neighborhood. I can just pick it up really, really super quick. I start picking up on all these things. And one day I said, I'm going to talk to one of my coworkers, because she's Asian descent and she has very, very long hair. And I'm going to ask her if she experiences the same thing with her long hair. And sure enough, she said I was right on point. There is a strong connection between having very, very long hair and just picking up on everything that's around you, in your life, wherever you are in the neighborhood. You just automatically know something. And the Lord was just teaching me more and more and more about that. And I meant to come earlier and talk to you guys about that. And I was reminded to come back and have a conversation about that. You got to be careful too with that long hair, because I remember going somewhere this week, just like to a neighborhood store. Everybody knows everybody, right? And I go inside, and as I get ready to go inside, I noticed that there was a car parked at a certain part of the pavement. As soon as I got out and that hair, they start seeing that hair, I noticed how quick the car backed up to the entrance of the door. You got to be careful with that, because and pay attention to your surroundings, because you don't want nobody snatching you up, because it's something about that hair that deals with the opposite sex in the spirit of lust. So, if a man doesn't have control of his flesh, when he sees the hair, that long hair, woo-wee, they start acting crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying? That spirit of lust that's on the inside of them, if the men haven't learned how to control their flesh, they be doing the most craziest stuff. I have seen it right before my eyes, and I have to rebuke it and then keep it moving, pay attention to my surroundings. But just wanted you to be aware of it for all those who are growing your hair, and the ones that have long hair already. You know what I'm already talking about. You know what I'm already talking about. You got to be careful. Be careful with the long hair. Be careful with your surroundings. Nowadays, I don't care where you are. You could be in the suburbs, or you could be, in your neighborhood store. You just have to be careful with people at all times. And so I just wanted to come on camera and talk about that, because that's just something I noticed and something that I picked up on. And I wanted to make sure I shared that with you. I mean, I remember being in a grocery store, and this dude comes into the grocery store. He looks me straight in my eye, and he looks down at my hand to see what I'm getting ready to pay for. He almost tripped over himself. That's what he almost did. It was the most weirdest interaction I had, with the opposite sex. It's just weird. I mean, I wasn't dressed any kind of way. I was actually dressed down. I just had on some jeans and, had my little colored hat on, and I was doing some like cleaning or something. So I wasn't dressed any certain way. Didn't have on any makeup, just plain faced, like I am right now. And it was just that hair. The men act so weird with that hair. So but if you're around a man who has control of his flesh and he doesn't act weird or anything, you know what I'm saying, you're fine. It's the ones you got to watch out for that don't have any kind of control. They be feeling some kind of way. And so you got to watch them, because you don't know what's going on in their head. You see what I'm saying? So just be careful with your surroundings. Pay attention to what's going on, because that hair for the opposite sex, they be feeling a certain kind of way about that hair. So this is Prophetess Nurse Lois, coming to you from the Lois Banks Ministry. God bless you.